What? Is it weird? Alright. Good, I'd rather you be on time. You're always late to literally every game I ask you to stream, bro. Or like any game you get asked to stream, you're always late. And I don't care that they started early. You regardless, it's 8 minutes after and you're still not streaming. Okay. And send me your link so I can post it. So I can ping. You go to YouTube, go to watch. I'm just gonna get it. There. There. I already got it. So much quicker than you did. Nope, that's the wrong link. I'm slow. Alright. All right. So why'd you do AU instead of ALB? Yeah. Here's Murray with the ball. Rolling right, pump fakes. Throws corner. Overthrown, second and goal. You're right, it does. It does remind me of a certain someone. Murray rolls right here. Tries to cross body, end zone swatted down. What a swat indeed. Got the slant. That's intercepted. Touchback there for Florida State. Sebastian jumps that route for, I believe that's like around his 70th pick this season or 17th, not 70th. 70th, 70 would be 70 would be kind of crazy. I was right. That was his 17th interception. Holy, I'm a fiend. Well, I'm the one who does stats. So how that works. Oh no, I didn't stat his game earlier. So actually that was his 22nd interception. Wow. Honestly, just wow. That's all you can really say. Yeah, just boosted off of him back end zone. All right. We go to half as Florida State has a 34-20 lead in this primetime game where Murray didn't allow angle, but honestly, Sebastian's pulling it off and somehow up 14 right now. Bro, oh, okay. So they're swapping links. Is it? Oh, bro. We go to at the half, I'm feeling like I've watched two drives, but I'm honestly surprised Florida State's up in this one. As the fact Florida State is higher ranked, yes, but exactly. Yeah. Honestly, you'd think Auburn wins because everyone has been telling me to they by everyone, I mean like two people have told me to allow Angle permanently in playoffs because Murray will just win the whole thing. And honestly, right now that's looking like it might not be true the way Florida State's playing, but that could just be the ping on the servers. We'll have to see what happens when we actually have Auburn ping naturally. Hmm. Well, one can hope. All right, team me neutral, team slang neutral, huge. Bench me inch, walk in. All right, slang go ball cam yourself. I'm gonna pull up your link because I want to see how this looks. Yeah, yeah. All right, so they got a bench one. Got a post right side. Has I forget his name. Oh, it's Morant there. Yeah, that's kind of tough. I won't lie. Where's the score bug at though? Okay. Murray rolls left. Actually, just straight back, almost in his own end zone. Deep ball to Morant. That'll be a post, and it's caught for a very quick Auburn touchdown to start off the second half. Honestly, that scoreboard's so clean. Yeah. All right. PAT is hit there. All right. Oh, bro, why are they both 2 and 0? What a retard. Fix that. Auburn is 4-3. Auburn's 4-3, and Florida State is 5-2. 4-3 versus 5-2 because Florida State played right before this. Here's G O on QB throwing left side. Sebastian will dive forward. I'd call that a slant. No, he dove midair. He was pretty horizontal. Deep ball looking end zone, and he's got a touchdown. Florida State strikes really quickly after the Auburn touchdown, taking them only 2 plays. 40-27 here now. We're only a minute and 14 seconds into the half and already have seen 2 touchdowns straight out of the break. Did you make it on? Oh, Here's Murray. Throwing right side post. Incomplete. Dropped by Morant. After that, yeah. Rolling around is Murray in his own end zone now. Throws left. Sideline. Morant keeps the ball in bounds. Bit of lag. They're asking if they can get an LW. I do not know what that is. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, we don't punish lag. Like, look at end zone. Murray overs. Rolling out. Murray tried to run, or at least looked for the path to run. He pump fakes there. Throwing cross body to Morant, and that will be a Auburn touchdown. Bruh. That's clean though. That's clean though. Yeah, there's the Auburn one. PAT is up and through 7 point game. Or yeah, 7 point game. In Florida State's favor. So we have a 5 versus 14 matchup right here. This could very well end up being a playoff game based off this, depending on how the seeding falls into place come the end of sequence. This will be Florida State's last game of the regular season. So if they win this, they finish at 6-2. If they lose, they finish at 5-3. Auburn still has. Oh, this is Auburn also. This is the last game for both of them. So this will determine whether Auburn finishes above 500 or at 500. Yeah. Here's G0 looking deep end zone. Got a man wide open. What a ball. 47-yard touchdown for Florida State. Yeah. This guy's crazy, man. Murray in his own end zone looking post over to Morant. That'll be incomplete. Murray just looks a little off right now, just leading slightly too far. I mean, no, it really wasn't. That was very catchable by Morant there. Yeah. First down, Auburn on their one comeback of the drive, not even their first, just their one. Pump fake here for Murray. Looks sideline post, and he stays in bounds for 37. They wanted that to be called a slant. I want you to give your input on if it's slant or post and whatnot. That there is a slant, but that's a touchdown anyway for the Auburn Tigers. 48-40 pending the point after from Auburn. No, there's no need to review it. I'm just saying, like, if I okay, I didn't see it. I'm just saying if you can like let me know your input on slants in post. That's a comeback there. Swatted down by Auburn. 57 seconds. We're now under a minute in the third quarter. Auburn down by 8. First, the number 5, Florida State Seminoles. Looking sideline, incomplete there. That's a drop, man. These wide receivers, honestly, not impressing me so far. I feel like I'd catch that. Bro, I have them at I'm either gonna whiff that into, yeah. 53 yards strike for the Seminoles down the field. Put them inside the 25 at the 22, 2 yards outside of the red zone, unless that got moved back to the 25 when the kicks started coming out there. I'm not too sure. Throwing right, swatted by the DT. The DT, the DE. That's Mercury. DE only. Yeah. Mercury's prime. Look at end zone. 22-yard touchdown, Florida State. The big thing about this next drive you see in Auburn's favor is if they don't strike quick enough, and by quick enough I mean in 11 seconds, they will be able to go for it. They will be able to go for a fourth. Very important rule here as they block that PAT and now they're only down 14. This is very comebackable with fourths. Yeah. It's very tieable. You get a touchdown, you fourth, you convert it, get a touchdown, and then all of a sudden it's a tie game. And now it's the fourth quarter and they can fourth. You call that a slant? Okay. Yeah. Murray pump fakes, cuts back the other side, looking end zone. What a ball. Murray, touchdown. Auburn, they will elect to go for the 4th and 25 after the PAT. 54-46, Florida State leads, but Auburn looking to make a comeback here. PAT here and a chance to strike quick on the 4th. And the PAT is good. 7-point game. Auburn will get the ball as part of the 4th and 25. Bruh. You do. We'll now have our 4th and 25 as it's set up with 4:48 to go. Very important play here. A lot of pressure. Yeah, had to get rid of it. Morant will come down with it. No swat there from Sebastian. They will use their slant there, but they convert. End zone. Ah, he laid it. Morant. Why did these guys thought slants didn't count towards your drive after a 4th? Huh. Like, bro, I don't care if it's a 4th and 25. It's part of your drive. That's a comeback there. For 19. Murray out left, pump fakes. The cut by Morant. Looks end zone. Honestly, great ball. Morant just, I don't even know what the hell happened there. I think he freeze glitched himself away from the football. Or he just lagged. He didn't even dive, man. He just jumped really late in negative height. What an interception by Sebastian. That's all I really have to say there, as that is his 23rd of the season. Honestly absurd. I'm not even sure what the single season record is. Didn't Has have like 37 or something? Let's go look. Yeah, has had 38. He had 38. But I also had 31 that season, so I wouldn't say how much. I wouldn't say it was that stat padding. But yeah, 38 is a single season record, and he has 23 with 3 minutes left in his season. But yeah, stepping up in the pocket, end zone. What a ball! No, not quite with a ball. Slightly over. We overreacted. Gus Johnson, who? Got Gus Johnson and Chris Collinsworth in the booth here. 3rd and 15. No, me. I'm just being funny because we were glazing the QB. Yep, thanks. Slant there for a first down. Yeah, Morant's. It's kind of rough, man. G0 rolling left here. Got a comeback right side. Comeback, but overthrown, so it will be ruled a comeback. Though, wouldn't you say that's a? Would you call that a comeback or would you call it a post because he led him upfield? Like he led him upfield, but you could also just say he ran a. I'm not really sure because he came back. He came back. The QB threw it, and then he went upfield. Like that's hard to rule. It's true. 3rd and 15, back end zone, incomplete. I would not call that one. This, I, I mean, like, part of me wants to call this milk, but the CB is also covering really damn well. Wow. Wow. Like, he didn't really have a throw, so I'm not going to call that milk. Saying QB aimbot. That's a beam. What a ball. What? Yeah. They have one more. They can score. They can go down and score here, which would put them at 54, and then get a touchdown off of a fourth, which would make this a 1 point game in Auburn's favor. But as of right now, it's not looking too hot, as now it's 2nd and 15. Morant just can't seem to catch a football right now. A Roblox football with a very rectangular hitbox is unable to hit his hand's hitbox. 35 yards there on the slant. Yeah. Close touchdown there. I said if you no chat me, you get FFL. Fun fact. Do it then. I don't care, man. He can no chat me if he wants. He's just gonna lose the game. Man runs a slant, the QB overthrows it by 2 yards, and then they beg it, and then they say it should be a post. I don't understand that. Pump fake. Need it badly. Post. Morant drops it. There is. And an absolute poverty showing from Morant in the second half. Yeah. Um, slash clock 99 ref PC. I want to see. I need to see what the milking penalty is. You can review it. No. I'm not. Yeah, like he had a wide open throw and he passed it up for a cut. Like what was the clock? 48? No, what was the clock at the start of the play? All right, 0, 50, 53. All right, sure. Down 1, flag, jack 15. Oh. Like, I don't want to be. Oh, whoops, flag the wrong team. There. Like, I'm not one. I don't really like to call milk. It's just like in that situation when the game's this close, you can't just pass up that wide open throw, even though it didn't waste that much time. Like there, that's a post. Yes. What? I mean, like, he didn't really have the run. What? What's the decision? TD called back or plus 15 on kickoff? They want the plus 15 on the kickoff. Even though they have no fourths, like, they have to play onside. You can just walk it in. He can run, but apparently these guys don't know the rules. I'm not gonna, like, say it, though. Alright, touchdown. 2-point good anyway. Yes. New play 40. Alright. Yeah, but it's a 14-point game, and Auburn doesn't have any more fourths. They have to onside now. If they score, they need to onside. Wow. Murray. Oh. Morant misjudged the ball, but he gets it anyway. I mean, honestly, he could have just went under it, but he wanted to out-tech the CB. He wanted to bean-top Sebastian, dare I say. That's a touchdown for Auburn with 26 seconds to 23 seconds, rather, to play. No, Auburn will have to onside. PAT is good. 7 points. Auburn, if Auburn recovers this onside, they win. If Florida State recovers it, then it's a guarantee. Then they can knee out the clock if they want to. Or they can pass it out. Onside for the game, and it's recovered by Mercury! Auburn gets the ball. 68-61. 1 second ticks off the clock, and Auburn has the football. With a chance to tie. Yes, what a finish here in Auburn, Alabama, wherever the hell Auburn is. Murray's gonna run. Get out of bounds. Dude, I don't know where Auburn is. Where is Auburn University? It is in Auburn, Alabama. I was right. Got a slant. Knees. The knee glitch is out. The TO. They weren't sure who was captain. 5 seconds. They have a comeback and 2 posts. Yes. And with that knee delay there, there were like at least 3 or 4 seconds ran off the clock. That takes them down a play. They might only have 1, maybe 2 plays left if they're lucky. Like if this first play is really quick, and they're gonna have this decide the game. The clock hits triple zeros. We're waiting on some type of action. He stutter steps a bit there. DBs react. I agree. If that happens, I will cry of laughter. Oh no, now we have to review if it's a slant or a post. We gotta review. I'm gonna look at it frame by frame. I just want to make sure. This is very important. All right, we're going on 0.25 speed for this one because this is an important call. Yes. Dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's angled, but it's so slight. It's so slight. Slang, I need you. Look at my screen share. I need you to decide this with me because what the hell do you call this short of a angle? Yes, he is angled. It's just, is it? But is it borderline enough to where you call it a slant? Okay, I want to see where he started the play at. He started honestly, he started the play at the front of the J and ended up like almost at the back of the end zone. All right. Yes. Anything on 2-point? Yeah. Do whatever you want. In the lane for game! That's how it goes down. That's how it goes down in DFG 69-68. Auburn wins. Auburn finishes out the season at 5-3. And the Florida State Seminoles drop a game in their final sequence to finish out 5-3 after coming back from what was an 0-2 record. Florida State received this team at 0-2, and their first loss comes to Murray by a point. Honestly, great game from both teams. I can't hate on that gameplay. There was a few wide receiver drops that were a little disappointing, but nonetheless, yes. And Auburn took care of business, technically on the road, even though it was played in Auburn. Like, that, yeah. Like, honestly, call me crazy. That's a game of the year candidate right there. That was really good. That was probably the tightest game there has been in DFG this season. Outside of... I mean, there was Washington, Oregon, which was 77-76 in Washington's favor earlier this sequence, but no one watched that. So who really knows of how actually good of a game that was, and there clearly wasn't much defense in that. That is true. But that's the intention. It's supposed to be high scoring, thrilling football, and that's what we got with Auburn and Florida State today. As Auburn takes home the victory. Upset? Can you consider it an upset with Murray? With us knowing who Murray is, can you is that truly considered an upset? You're right. Florida State, I mean, that all they really needed was to maintain their PD because Florida State is still a team who has potential for a one seed off of their point differential. And even if they aren't a one seed, even if they aren't the one seed, which they might not end up being after that loss, they can still end up as a top five, top eight team, or just at least a team who gets home field advantage going into the playoffs. And Auburn, honestly, spectacular game. You can't really say too much. Got the team at 1-3, finished it out at 5-3, and Auburn has a positive point differential, albeit by 1 point, but it's positive or not. I mean, they gained point differential in that game, albeit 1 point. But a positive point differential is positive point differential at the end of the day, as Auburn goes 2-0 on the sequence and Florida State goes 1-1. The other, yeah, they were four. I mean, they were 14 coming into the game with a record of 5-3. I mean, they were 3-3 at the end of last sequence, which is why they are around 14 right now, because that's where the 3-win teams are right now. If enough people lose out and they're an active team, very competitive, they're 4-0 when they have the team. So if they just keep doing their job, get some teams to lose, they could end up even maybe top five. Yeah, the current hypothetical bracket based off of the standings post this sequence, that is. Of course, nothing is set in stone, as many of those ranks will be changed around. But yeah, honestly, it was a very important game for the playoffs, and that's really all we can say. Yeah, Fresno State will probably drop down in the final polls, if I'm being honest. They are a very active team. They've only lost one game, which was to San Diego State. But Fresno State, in terms of competitiveness, just isn't quite up there with some of the teams behind them. Like, your Florida States, your LSUs, your San Diego States, hell, even Washington, Auburn. I'd probably take those teams over them. I don't know too much about many of the other teams that are on this bracket at the current moment in time, but we have it here. We have it here. USC has claimed their FFW over Notre Dame, which I would have given soon anyway, because Notre Dame doesn't have an FO anymore. So USC is sitting comfortably at that number one spot at 6-1 with around a plus 106 point differential, which is honestly impressive. Yes, I do agree. Of course, they. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Honestly, like at the point where I'm at right now, obviously it's up. Obviously, the seating comes down to what me and Royal decide is the most balanced and will obviously create the best matchups is what we want. But if you deserve a seeding, you're going to get that seeding. And Fresno State, do they deserve the 2 seed? Maybe. Are they competitive enough to be a really solid 2 seed? Not exactly, is where I'd lean, which is why they probably won't end up around that ranking. But they are definitely a confirmed playoff team. Like, there's no doubt about that one. LSU, you said? Or oh, USC. No, who were we talking about before USC? Okay, so that's your team. I know you're a bit biased there. No, no, you aren't. I mean, you are, but you aren't. It's justified biasy, but at the same time, it is biasy. But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Yeah, San Diego State is a good team. I haven't really seen too much about your receiver. You'll probably end up around that ranking, somewhere around there. You've got historical success behind that San Diego State team, and that will definitely help them in their seeding because they're historically a good VC or a good DFG team, as you can just simply look at the playoff brackets in past seasons if you know what San Diego State has rebranded from, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, LSU. Yeah, I mean LSU's one of those teams out there where they're hard to predict when it comes to this playoffs because yes, they are a really, really competitive team and they're very good. But at the same time, everyone claims Triumph, who's the receiver, uh, like potential Heisman candidate this season, even though I know who I'm probably gonna give it to if Royal doesn't have any other say. But I'm not saying that. That can't be disclosed. But about LSU, everyone says like I've heard a lot about Triumph. I've known Triumph for a while. I've heard a lot. I've yes, exactly. That's the notion around LSU is that they're angle made. Coming into the playoffs, if he's on the same side of the like if he ends up on the same side of the bracket as Murray or that FSU team we just watched, or even USC. I know USC is a really good team, like Exiles there. They I'm pretty sure they usually accept angle. I don't know exactly, but I'm not sure what we're doing too much with the angle rule yet. Royal and I are still talking it over. But if LSU is very angle made, I'm not sure how they'll fare out in the playoffs against competitive teams who prefer to not angle. Because if said team declines angle, LSU can't do anything about it. They're gonna get punished for doing what they are best at. Which is why they're definitely gonna be a regular season team, but I'm not so sure they'll be a Royal Bowl contender this season as much as people would expect them to be. Who's the QB? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. Zukont. Zukont's the QB now. Yeah, he was 30 for 52, 975 yards, 10 TDs, 6 picks. That's true. Yeah. On to Florida State. Obviously, we already talked about them extensively with this Auburn game. There isn't much. Yeah, Florida State was proved they're a competitive team. They can keep up with the good likes of them as they finish off the year 5-3. One of the two confirmed records, that being Auburn and Florida State. So for sure, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's not too much. There's not too much to say about Florida State. I mean, we watched them play. Honestly, I don't. I respect that top four. Honestly, I don't know too much about Washington. I know John is supposedly good. I don't know who Puerto is. I mean, I'm sure he's known. I just don't know who he is. Yes, we have. But I mean, I think Washington's a solid team. I don't think they're anything amazing. They did only beat that. You see Oregon at number 9 there. They beat Oregon by 1 point, and Oregon is currently 3-4. I'm not too sure why Oregon made it at number 9 at 3-4. Oh, they were three. That game made them 3-4. So they beat a 3-3 Oregon team by 1 point. While Oregon, I mean, they had a point differential of 36. They were a solid team. Just FFW's not sure too much what they did in like sequence 3 and whatnot, which I can look at. I mean, Oregon beat the Florida team that we saw that Florida State whooped on earlier. And I don't see their other scores, so I'm not too sure. Oh, they beat Clemson 62-23, in which this sequence, that same Clemson team, lost to San Jose State by, or that same sequence, they lost to San Jose State by a considerable margin, if you have seen that score, which was 56-19. Yeah, you're pretty poverty. So I don't think Oregon. I don't know too much about Washington. I think they'll be solid. Don't I think they'll just be a middle of the road team, but I could be wrong. And then, as I said, Oregon is probably not that good in terms of like a playoff contender that you're looking for. They're probably not. Probably not what you want. Yeah, 6-9. Tulane, Tulane. Yeah, they beat the up and they beat the up and coming Ohio State team by 3. Ohio State, yeah. Sully, I've heard decent bits about. Yes, it's ICK. That's right. They're definitely good. I think they're good. I mean, I don't. What? Probably around there. Like, I think they'll. I think they're good. But I'm not. I don't know too much about them. Now we get on to my team, San Jose State Spartans. All right. No, let me nitpick us a bit. Actually, sure, you can go first, and then I'll nitpick my set, and then I'll nitpick us. Old head team got unk team. I'm just mediocre. Yeah. Honestly, I can't get mad at that because Royals' historical thing has been he folds under pressure. Fourth and 25s, they're almost always overthrown. In the fourth and 25s in the playoffs are always overthrown. We went to OT against um Ewan has that one Super Bowl, that one Royal Bowl. Season one was it season six is what it would have been. That one Royal Bowl, yeah, that overtime was crazy. There were so many interceptions there, but honestly, the biggest issue with San Jose State is not their offense. San Jose State has a solid, consistent offense as long as they get in a groove. Okay, I'll say as long as we get in a groove, we're fine offensively. Like that's not the concern. The concern is the defense. Because Royal he gets solid pressure on the QB, not the biggest sack DE as he only has one sack this year. Now let's talk about Romani, aka me, this bum ass DB who can't cover. I have 6 picks and I have had 71% of passes completed against me. The first good game I played was versus Clemson. I changed a bit how I CB. I changed my approach, but Clemson's not that good of a team. You don't even see them on this bracket, which is why honestly the defense is the biggest concern with this team, which will probably knock them down come playoff time. Yeah, it's true. Because San Jose State, if San Jose State is versing a team with a mediocre offense or just a mediocre team or a bad team, they will or we slash they will beat up on them. But if we're versing a team with any shred of defense and offense, we're cooked. Like if we play like Florida State or Auburn, for example, we might just lose by 150, and that's not an exaggeration. Because I'm not stopping them. I'm not getting a stop on Murray or on Morant or that other guy on Florida State. Like it's not happening. We've already talked about Oregon. No, we have not. I know nothing about Bama. Who is on Bama? I gotta go look. I don't know who they are. So, right. Yeah. Yes. Monkey Menace the QB. Yeah. On the Kentucky. No, I know nothing about Bama. Guy named Naz and some guy named Revenge Shields. I have no idea who these people are. I've never seen them play. I've never heard their names outside of me reading them right now. If they are known, excuse my lack of ball knowledge, but I have no idea who this team is. Yeah. Penn State, Penn State, it's a DFG classic. Great team, when the league was on top. Now they are absolutely poverty. They're only here. They're only here because one, is a 16 team playoff. Two, it's 24 teams. Only 8 teams miss. Obviously, they're going to be better than 8 teams, considering there's like 4 disbanded teams right now. So naturally, they'll probably be in the playoffs. And if they are, they expect a first round exit by at least a 40, 50 point differential. There's not too much to say about them except they're really washed. And then Tennessee at 13, they're disbanded. They're disbanded though. Yeah, they disbanded. Yeah. Auburn, we've talked about. Really good team. Could end up really high up there. Florida at 15 is Emadou and AEB and Sully. They're going to be solid. I mean, they'll stay around there. I'm not sure. They lost to Florida State by a wide margin. I guess we'll have to see what happens between them and their other game, which is Fresno State. That's a very important game for the playoffs. It'll tell you their seeding between Florida and Fresno State. Because as you see here on this bracket, Fresno State's 2 and Florida's number 15. They'd be playing in the LA Bowl. And right now, that is a sequence 4 matchup. No, well, yeah, it would be in SoFi. I don't know where it is in SoFi. I was just messing. UNC disbanded. All right, outside looking in, mainly, really, it's only just UAB. It's UAB, Ohio State, and Baylor. Those are your teams. UAB, Ohio State, Baylor. Um, Baylor is Mexican Sal and Dybala. They got ass raped by UAB, 35-7. So scrap Baylor. They aren't making the playoffs if they lose to UAB like that. UAB here, honestly, UAB will probably end up making it. They have numbers in 9, 7, 8. Two people who are on my two people who were on my Heisman watch. Very great team statistically. They did beat up on San Jose State embarrassingly by way of mercy, which is one of their wins. Yeah, I'm sure. But like UAB has competitive losses. Like they lost to number 6 Washington by 7, lost to USC 103-74. Yeah, that defense was suspect, but they hung in there partially. Like honestly, UAB might sneak in here as a 15-16 seed. Like they're definitely better than that seeding because Tennessee and North Carolina are getting knocked out. We're not adding any more FOs. We're just gonna run it how it is and then give those teams next season. So there's no point in making someone play 2 games at this point. Like we're not just gonna hand someone a present with a brand new open present with with a playoff ticket inside it. It's not happening. So they're not getting replaced. They're just getting taken out. So 13 and 16 are practically off of the bracket. You can ignore them entirely. So that's why you'll see UAB creep up into one of those spots. Odds are, if they can if they can put together a solid sequence and maybe take both of their 2 games, you could see them even higher. But if they win 1 or 2 of them, then you'll probably see them around there. Or if they win 1 or none, you'll probably see them around there, around 15, 16, as they do play San Diego State. And did they play their other game? Yeah, they beat Baylor by 28. So UAB is actually 3 and 4 with a positive point differential. No, they have a -1 point differential. So they can go 3 and 5. They'll probably end up sneaking in based off the disbanded teams. Yes. Yeah. You can let me know. You can let me know if they deserve it or not. Ohio State Ohio State is solid. I mean, I don't know too much about Liquins. No, they got disbanded. They were inactive. Sully and OLC are on different teams now. It's Linquins and Swifty0674 girl. Honestly, I don't even think they're decent. They're probably ass based off their usernames. Hot take, maybe. Correct, probably. I don't remember. I forgot what team he's on. Let's go see. Isn't he like Tulane? Oregon. He's on Oregon. Hmm. Oregon with Jizwa, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock solid. Honestly, he's a solid QB. Or well, he was playing receiver, but since he got OLC, he switched to QB. Went 29 for 54, 800 yards, 10 picks, or 10 touchdowns, 3 picks in their sequence 4 game versus Washington earlier, which I statted and didn't react with a check mark. That makes sense why everything was updated. It didn't have a check mark because I'm slow. But yeah, that's the playoff recap. Not too much. Yeah, not too much more to say. I mean, not too much different from normal. I'm pretty sure we're just like going by game. I don't know too much about it, honestly. I know he has a 16 team bracket, he has an animation, and he reveals them. Honestly, I don't get told too much. Yeah, which I hate doing, by the way. I'm does he? Dog, that is not happening. It's so like I'm not gonna lie, I'd be willing, but interviews are just so annoying to do because I have to go out of my way to do it, and he makes me do it every season. Like every reveal stream, he's done it. Like, dude, we have a 16 team playoff. It's gonna take a while to get through it. We don't need interviews too. People literally nobody cares about the interviews. Yeah. I mean, maybe the interviews will be more entertaining, but yeah, yeah, exactly. But one last topic is the introduction of proper bowl games. We've always had the New Year's Six bowls for the most part, but oh yeah, you can get your logos. You can get your logos and stuff. Dude, I'm gonna have to make a special playoff. I'm gonna have to make like a new playoff score bug so I can toss the logo somewhere. Dude, I have all of the logos on my PC if you need them. I made a file folder of like all of the bowl game logos I used here I have saved. But we've got for the 1 versus 16 matchup on the left side of the bracket, 1 versus 16. Yeah, 1 versus 16. You will see in case you missed yes, in case you missed my thing earlier, you will see the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, which is in Las Vegas, Nevada, obviously. For for 8 versus 9, you have the Direct TV Holiday Bowl, which is in San Diego, California. Honestly, iconic bowl. 5 versus 12. Come on. Best bowl game right here. The Bahamas Bowl in Nassau. I don't know. Bahamas. It's in the Bahamas. That's all you gotta know. 5 versus 13. You got the Taxac Texas Bowl, which is in Houston, Texas. Should have that. And then two. Well, the semifinal bowls on the left side will be the All-State Sugar Bowl and the Rose Bowl game, and the final four, UCLA is Rose Bowl, and then final four game on the left side will be the Peach Bowl. That's how we do it around. That's how we do it around here. It's based around 2022, 23, where you saw. So the 1 seed is always going to be on the Peach Bowl side. The 2 seed's going to be on the Fiesta Bowl side. Pretty much how we do it. Anyway, onto the right side. 2 versus 15, you've got the LA Bowl. No, it's actually in oh, well, yeah, it is in SoFi. It's in Inglewood. 7 versus 10, you got the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Probably the best bowl game name. Come on. Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Let's be real. That's a great sponsorship right there. Which is in Orlando, Florida. And then 6 versus 11, you've got the SoFi Hawaii Bowl in Honolulu. And 3 versus 14, you've got the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa, Florida. Yeah. Obviously, for your Elite Eight games, you've got the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. And your final four, yeah. Then your final four is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Then, obviously, the grand reveal, the winner of the Fiesta Bowl and the Peach Bowl will play in Royal Bowl 11. Yeah. Literally pick any stadium, bro. You're the one who's streaming it anyway, apparently. Or so I was told from Royal. He said I oh no, I was planning on it. That's fine. I enjoy the commentating part. I don't I mean I'll do like my own score bugs like for the round 1 and round 2 games, but I don't care if I don't get to stream the Royal Bowl. I mean obviously my Twitch money cares because might get a few cents from that, but the few cents I'd get. Anyway, very cold take when the hell is Headless Horseman releasing? It released it released September 15th last year. It is September 28th and it is not out. And I'm very sad. I have I have the Robux. October 3rd, you're thinking? You see, I'm chilling here. I'm chilling here with about 35k Robux, just waiting for this to drop. Literally waiting. I have the link to Headless literally pinned. Like I can just click it so I can see if it's out. Yes, I'm so serious. I do. It's I mean like I'm gonna get a good amount of it back anyway. It's a 40% thing. I just have to buy it through a game in Royal and Ice group and then he'll pay me like the 12k or whatever I'll get back for it, so or the 18k I think it is. 40% of 31,000. Okay, it is 12k. It's 12.4k. So basic, yeah, it's 40% of 31,000. So 31,000 minus 12,400. I practically will spend 18.5k on it. Now I could buy core blocks if I wanted, but I'm not doing that. Over my dead body am I buying that? That is not worth it. I'm kidding. I'm just a core blocks hater. I think it honestly, like at this point, it just looks bad in my opinion. I don't even like it. Anyway, it's 1:16. It's 1:16 a.m. and we just yapped about the DFG playoffs to literally nobody for like an hour. Like, let's be honest, is anybody watching? Let's be real. Exactly. I mean, it was fun, but like, dude, it's a 1 a.m. Anyway, no more Amin Ra hate. No more Amin Ra hate allowed from you. If you hate on Amin Ra, I'm timing you for a year in DFG. What basis is that even on? Huh? What did he say? Yeah, and you're damn right. And he's damn right. You ain't. Dog, the only play, dude, I do not care about your current record. Look at the Vikings. Look at the Vikings right now. Yeah, if they can continue a once in a blue moon streak for the next 18 weeks, maybe. Next 14, but still 14. You get my point. But dude, the only teams I really consider Super Bowl contenders are Buffalo, I guess, Kansas City, and then like Eagles, Lions, I guess Packers. That's really it. Okay, not really. Eagles will heat up, but no, not really. They're kind of poverty. Dude, the NFL this year is just poverty. Everyone who's supposed to be good sucks, and everyone who's supposed to be bad is good. I don't get it. Nah, nah, screw it. Pittsburgh, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Tampa, Super Bowl. Have you seen the speaking of Panthers? Are you gonna be watching the Germany game? Dude, dude, it's Daniel Jones. It's the yeah. It's the Giants versus the Panthers. They gotta get back at Germany for World War II or something, man. I don't know. Dude, it's Danny Dimes versus Bryce Young. Dude, this is America gets the last laugh or something? Because what the hell is this? Dude, I'm not the one who said that. I mean, I am. Doug, look! It's literally Bryce Young versus Daniel Jones. You're telling me that's not like um you're telling me there's not some old grudge there? Like what are we talking about? I'm just saying, dude, it's just funny that they gave Panthers and Giants one. Oh, did the Twins lose? Yeah. All right, Twins lost. So literally the AL wildcard, the AL picture is set in stone. If the Tigers win one more, then it's set in stone. Or if the Royals lose. All right. I'm going to bed. See ya. Yep.